Hello, this is World University and Schools live stream news question and answer on Monday, June 29th, 2020. And I'm Scott McLeod. I have a robot windmill here. Programmed it to turn. This is a Lego Robotics opportunity for engineering and science students at World University and School for Home Robotics. Today I'd like to share with you some updates and particularly about Sri Lanka World University and School in the Sinhala language. It's an exciting development. RIFI in Sri Lanka has translated World University and School's homepage in Google Sites in English into Sinhala. And this is what the Sinhala language sounds when translating World University and School of Sri Lanka into Sinhala. So this is Google Translate speaking Sinhala language.
Sri Lanka Lanka Vishwavidyalaya Saha Pasala.
And I'll play that one more time. This is the Sinhala language, and the woman is saying World University and School of Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka Lanka Vishwavidyalaya Saha Pasala.
So that's a dramatic development for World University and School, and I'll share the new Sri Lanka World University and School in the Sinhala language in text in Google Sites below the recording of this video if you're interested. And World University and School is seeking to reach out to potentially all Sri Lankan high school students who might be 17 or 18 years old and interested in an online university that is best STEM, Creative Commons 4 open courseware centric, beginning this autumn. So could we find 1,000 Sri Lankan students this autumn who might be interested in matriculating at World University and School for 4-year degrees in English? This is our goal, and this new Sri Lanka World University and School in the Sinhala language is partly focused on that. But eventually, World University and School seeks to be in the Sinhala language for courses and degrees as well. So this is a very momentous time in some ways for World University and School to have this basically first non-English language World University and School developing, and particularly in Google Sites, which is accessible from smartphones and tablets as well. So that's one item of news I wanted to share with you very much. I will share with you the minutes from monthly business meeting as well from June 20th, open monthly business meeting conducted in the Manor of Friends on third Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So this is from June 20th. World University and School is seeking our undergraduate class, our second undergraduate class, and will potentially offer edX courses to our matriculating undergraduates for free to students' best STEM CC4 open courseware bachelor degrees. And you can find our 6 planned CC4 OCW bachelor degree majors at worlduniversityandschool.org. And these are English, History, Business, EECS, General Engineering, and General Science as majors. And excitingly, we may also offer some further edX ORAP courses, ORAP. And they include courses from Columbia and Harvard and many universities around the world, an exciting expansion of potential course offerings, edX-centric. I'll share with you again that Sri Lanka World University and School in the Sinhala language is begun and in Google Sites. That's exciting. And also in Google Sites in English, World University and School is developing. So this will make translation potentially in Google Sites, potentially with Google Translate, very easy and helpful and potentially machine translation, machine learning oriented with time. The Google platform should facilitate that. So if students matriculate for a 4-year Free to Students Best STEM CC4 OpenCourseWare-centric bachelor degree, she or he will potentially get a certificate upon completing a single edX course in the process. We're seeking 4-year undergraduate students who are likely to complete 4 years and for a Free to Students bachelor's degree. So that's what these certificates are focused on and for. Students would get a list of possible introductory general education courses of their interest for the year, pick their courses upon matriculating. The Minute 1A is that has to do with great university online libraries. And besides online interlibrary loan, which World University and School seeks to build on, since often universities to be partners with other universities for sharing library resources, for example, need a libraries of their own to contribute in the partnering. World University and School at this point can offer our actual virtual Harbin ethnographic book as a kind of textbook even, as a possible contribution in partnering with great universities' online libraries. So World University and School do or could have books for loan as well in these regards, in terms of developing online great university libraries for undergraduates. Minute 2 is that World University and School is seeking to grow board participation. And WUaS continues to invite you to participate in Open Monthly Business Meeting, which is an hour long and on third Saturdays and conducted loosely in the manner of friends. So you can see in a related vein, new and developing Creative Commons licensing and other licensing at the bottom of our 2 web pages for our 2 wings. The first being worlduniversityandschool.org, and the second being our academic press and educational services store, worlduniversityandschool.org/academicpress.html. Minute 3, we'd like to extend a board invitation to you. If you have interest in serving on the board, email info@worlduniversityandschool.org. The WS Corporation may explore further collaboration with Stanford Law's Silicon Valley Directors Exchange for board members. Exploratorily, that would be potentially of interest, particularly for again, the WS Corporation side, planned in 200 countries and in 117 known living languages. Minute 4 has to do with a realistic virtual Earth. And World University and School itself is already in Google Street View, Google Maps, Google Earth, in a sense, the beginning of a realistic virtual Earth on this platform. And I'll post these minutes below this video recording, you can click on this link and begin to check out how World University and School in Google Street View as a realistic virtual Earth would work. Walk along the roads, for example. New things will develop as libraries emerge and we can go into the stacks and even pick off a book serendipitously, synchronistically from a virtual shelf and read it there is the goal. Check out and please add to, if inclined, a hashtag realistic virtual Earth or a hashtag realistic virtual Earth for history on Twitter. And if you want to brainstorm, share ideas, explore ideas, Twitter's a great platform for that. With 280 characters, the potential for exploring an idea is in many ways great because one must be succinct and one can share still a lot in those 280 characters. Regarding a realistic virtual Earth in Google Street View, you can visit the Harbin Hot Springs Gate at this URL, http://tinyurl.com/p62pcg. I'll post this link below, but that will take you, as you click on, after clicking on it, to the Harbin Gate in Google Street View. And from there, you can't go into Harbin Hot Springs at this point, but you can walk 4 miles down the road, down the Google Street View road, and visit Middletown, California, and amble around the streets there. It's a fun exploration in this emerging and developing realistic virtual Earth from the Harbin Hot Springs Gatehouse, walking down the road to Middletown, California. Minute 4A has to do with realistic virtual Earth for robotics. And World University and School seeks to facilitate developing the 3D virtual world of something like educational Minecraft with its Lego scale into Google Poly, which is a library of 3D objects and which are potentially patentable as well as virtual objects representing physical objects. In addition to, with adding Brick Street View, where a brick refers to a Lego brick, with Google Street View, with its time slider. So Brick Street View kind of overlays Google Street View. I'm not sure where these are in development at this point. But these would go into, or these would facilitate, Google Street View facilitates adding photos and videos. So in this realistic virtual Earth for robotics, one could potentially, in Google Street View, eventually take photos and videos of the robots one made and add them to Google Street View with Minecraft, with Google Poly. And on top of this, World University and School, in seeking to facilitate a realistic virtual Earth for robotics, also would develop a film to 3D application for all of this. So the program that would go from a smartphone video of one's robot, Lego robot physical creations, into, hypothetically, brainstorming-wise, educational Minecraft, potentially with Google Poly and also Brick Street View, Google Street View. All very interesting and potentially a field for innovation ahead. Minute 5 has to do with World University and School home robotics. And the WUaS is seeking to offer home robotics emerging from the idea of the MIT OpenCourseWare course on Lego robotics from the spring of 2007, and potentially via the edX platform. And for World University and School's three majors, WECS, General Engineering and General Science, and potentially also English and History and Business. And you can share ideas or see ideas about this at the hashtag realistic virtual earth for robotics in Twitter. And furthermore, for beginning this World University and School Home Robotics, it's the 3 Lego robotics kits of Mindstorms, Spike Prime, a fairly new Lego robotics kit, and We Do 2.0 that World University and School seeks to build out WUaS Home Robotics. All are programmable with the Scratch drag and drop programming language out of Harvard Graduate School of Education and MIT Media Lab. Minute 6, World University and School is seeking to facilitate brainwave headset research, and potentially with a Turkish researcher based in Berlin who is creatively, innovatively exploring new developments in working with a brainwave headset, no words, no gestures, and an interface, a language interface on a screen. Coding this, I think, with Python programming language, maybe another programming language. So World University and School would potentially offer courses for this, and students in their homes would explore vast number of researchers, all interfacing with these language interface on the computer screen over the internet with all the internet's resources and the collaboration resources of a distributed network. Minute 7, World University and School is a wiki, so we're editable and thus teachable too as wiki pages. And we're open for you to teach and you to edit at this point. WUaS donated itself to Wikidata in 2015 for co-development. Wikidata is a structured knowledge database, call it a backend, that is related to Wikipedia's 300 languages. And these 300 languages, World University and School seeks to develop in it first, too. And Wikidata now offers, or Wikimedia is further developing info boxes on Wikipedia pages that are automatable, that draw information from Wikidata via structured query language and probably in many other ways. And Wikidata are also developing templates. And I'll post some of these links in the minutes below this video as well. World University and School seeks to develop with these as well. In joining our Wikidata in 300 languages with our front-end wiki pages. For example, the subjects wiki page at World University and School, both academic and creative. We'd like to join our 725 wiki pages as front end with Wikidata, and to even have all the subject headings, for example, be automatically translated into the 300 other languages besides English that Wikidata is in. Minute 8, has to do with universities in other countries and seeking to create these in an open and helpful way. And Sri Lanka World University and School in the Sinhala language has begun, and in Google Sites, so accessible on smartphones especially. And also, we're seeking to reach out in this Sinhala language Sri Lanka Google Sites World University and School page to Sri Lankan students who speak English, and for them to invite them to matriculate in English this autumn. Minute 9, YouTube WUaS live streams are continuing. This is an example. You're welcome to join this conversation here or here, and you can gain access to this live stream from youtube.com/WORLD Click on the WS live stream channel within that main World University and School YouTube channel. Minute 10, please, if you're getting emails, monthly emails, announcing monthly business meeting with agenda and news, and following with minutes, if you're getting some of these monthly emailings and not interested in receiving them, please let World University and School know by sending unsubscribe to World University and School. So now switching to the other wing of World University and School, from what we were just talking about, World University and School for free to students degrees and as wiki schools. Switching now to the WS Press and the WS Corporation, I'll share 5 minutes with you. Minute A, World University and School is officially carrying Lego robotics, but isn't yet a reseller. Go to worlduniversityandschool.org/academicpress.html. And we're offering the 3 Lego robotics kits as a carrier of Lego robotics. This is momentous for World University and School. Lego Mindstorms, Lego Spike Prime, and WeDo 2.0. Lego WeDo 2.0. Non-US based students need to contact a local distributor found at another URL on our World University and School Academic Press.html page, because World University and School can only sell these Lego robotics kits to students based in the US. Minute B, the WUaS Educational Services Store is now up and running. You can go there at worlduniversityandschool.org/academicpress.html. And we're carrying 7 products for sale at this point: 3 Lego robotics kits and 4 books published by the academic press at World University and School, which are anticipating machine translation as well, and possibly even into 7,117, some of 7,117 known living languages, potentially into many of the 200 countries' official and main languages for our students, for example. Item C, universal basic income experiments with regards to World University and School, and in planning for universities in 200 countries and their official languages with WUaS law faculty and students. I will post further a tweet, including to Mrs. Vestager, who's a director of the European Union in these regards, and other related European Union representatives that inquire how UBI experiments to facilitate a single cryptocurrency in many of the 200 countries in the world might emerge out of the euro as a currency in 19 out of 28 European nation states. Minute D, the WUaS Press is seeking to publish a second actual virtual physical digital Harbin Hot Springs ethnographic book, potentially publishing it to paper from within Google Street View with its text in the sidebar. You can see an example of this in a blog post in this minute. I'll post below the video and the recording of this. And you can also see the sidebar itself in visiting the Harbin Hot Springs Gatehouse in Google Street View. Within the past year or so, Google has coded for printing to paper from one's smartphone. So I imagine that printing from text in a sidebar to paper is on the horizon. And again, in the Google ecosystem, this could potentially lead to machine translation for all 7,000 languages. This is quite a remarkable set of developments with this information technology infrastructure. And the last minute, minute E, the WUaS Press seeks to address questions of anti-racism, such as Orientalist questions, and in doing so, I've published one chapter in a book edited by Rami Daher, who's an architect and professor in Jordan, about tourism studies, which looks at Orientalism in online UNESCO World Heritage Sites. And I hope this is one approach, and as a press and a publisher, that we will address such questions in many, many ways, and not just Orientalism, but so many other approaches to anti-racism. So this book, in tourism studies, edited by Rami Daher, and the books in the academic press at WUaS are available for purchase at the URL I'll put in below this video, amazon.com/author/SCOTT-MACLEOD-WORLDUNIVERSITY. And many of these books are also available again at worlduniversityandschool.org/academicpress.html. Also below this video and in these minutes in a blog post are the agenda and news for June 20th, 2020, and potentially informative for you who might be interested in World University and School news, and were you to have questions or ideas that you'd like to come into conversation with. So I'm Scott McLeod. This is Monday, June 29th, 2020. You can find out more about World University and School at twitter.com/WORLDUNIVANDSCH and youtube.com/WORLDUNIVANDSCH. info@worlduniversityandschool.org is the email address, and worlduniversityandschool.org is the homepage. Please join us. Come into a conversation. Perhaps Rifai in Sri Lanka will join us and even let us know how he developed Sri Lanka World University and School in Sinhala language in Google Sites from the Google Sites World University and School page in English, which I developed. And he's now also developed beyond Sri Lanka World University and School in Google Sites in Sinhala, a Sinhala Google Sites page for World University and School, and a Tamil language World University and School page. All very exciting developments as we grow out in many languages. I think Rifai in particular is going to focus on Sinhala and the Tamil languages, and as we seek to find matriculating students from Sri Lanka, perhaps 1,000 to matriculate for 4-year bachelor degrees from Sri Lanka. And similarly, from all 200 countries, first in English this autumn, for the 6 degrees, English, free to students bachelor's degree, history degree, business degree, and WECS, electrical engineering, computer science, emerging from best STEM Creative Commons 4 licensed open courseware. There's a remarkably rich set of courses available from which to learn about WECS, and also a general science bachelor's degree and a general engineering bachelor's degree. Come join us in the autumn if you're interested. Info at World University and School. I'm Scott McLeod. Bye for now.